Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1-2 of November 2017 of Math paper 1. So let's move on to question number 1. So here we have part 1. On the Venn diagram below, draw the set x and y such that the number of x intersection y equal to 0. It means that they do not meet. So this will be x and this will be y. So x and y. So now moving on to part 2. On this one, draw a set A, B, and C such that C is a subset of A union B prime. So let's say we have A and B here. That could be A and B. So A union B will be these two. Prime will be outside of these two. C will be inside of the outside. So that will be C. That will be question number 1. So question number 2. The graph of y equal to a sine bx plus c has an amplitude of 4, has a period of pi over 3, and passes through the point this. Find the value of each of a, b, and c. So we need to know this. If this is our equation, y equal to a sine bx plus c. So this value here, it is always the amplitude. So we need to know this, which is equal to 4. So first one, a is equal to 4. Next one, the period is given by, so period, we denote period by t is equal to pi by 3. So how do you find the period of this equation? So we'll have to look at this value here for the b. So we say period t equal to 2 pi divided by b, which is equal to pi by 3. So let's solve, find the value of b. Let's simplify. So b will be, we cross multiply, we get 6 pi divided by pi. So value of b will be 6. So here we have b equal to 6. So right now, what is your equation? Let's replace a and b back and see what we have for now. Y equal to 4 sine b is 6 x plus c. So now we say this curve passed through this point, which is pi, let's write this here, pi by 12 and 2. This is point x and point y. So let's replace this back in this equation to find the value of c. So y is 2 equal to 4 sine of 6 times pi by 12 plus c. Simplify this 1, 2. So 2, 4 sine of pi by 2 plus c. So what is 4 sine of pi by 2? So if you want to, you can use your calculator. Make sure that it is in the mode of radian, and then you can do 4 sine pi by 2. That will be 4. So this is 4. Now value of c will be 2 minus 4. That will be minus 2. So your equation will be y equal to 4 sine 6x minus 2. But your question is to find the value of a, b, and c. So you write down, finally, the value of a is 4, value of b is 6, and the value of c will be minus 2. So that will be question number 2. Okay, so let's move on to question number 3. So here part 1, find in ascending powers of x the first 3 terms of this expansion. So let's do that. This is 2 minus x2 over 4 power 5. So the first 3 terms, the first term is 5, choose 0, and then we write this first one here, and write this one here, minus x squared 4. So this one is always going to be the power of this one, and this one is 5 minus 0 is 5. So that is your first term. Second term will be 5, choose 1, that will be 2, and minus x 2 over 4. This one will be the power of this one. This will be 5 minus 1 will be 4. And the third term will be 5 choose 2. This will be 2 minus x squared over 4. So 2 here, that will be 2. This will be 3. So now we can simplify. This will be 1 times 2 power 5 times 1 plus 5 times 2 power 4 times minus x squared over 4 plus, what is 5 choose 2? So 5 choose 2, that will be 10. So 10, 2, 3, and that will be x power 4 over 4 squared. Right. Now we can simplify those. What do we have now? So for the first one, 2 power 5, that will be 32. So 32 for the first one. And then if you simplify this, let's do that. 5 times 2 power 4, and then divide by 4. That will be 20 minus, that will be minus 20x squared. And then for this one, let's try. So 10 times 2 power 3 divided by 4 squared. That will be 5. So plus 5x power 4. So your answer is 32 minus 20 x squared plus 5x power 4. This will be part 1. So now for part B, it says hence. So part 2, hence. So whenever you see hence, you have to use your answer from part 1. Find the term independent of x in this expansion. So what is this expansion here? As you know, this should be pretty easy for you. It will be square minus 2 times this and this, and plus 9 over x power 4. So this, you must know how to expand something with the power of 2. So let's simplify. See what we have here. 1x squared minus 6 over x cubed plus 9 over x 4. So we have to multiply this by the first one. The first one is this. Let's use that. We have 32 minus 20x squared plus 5x power 4. So from this expansion, we are trying to find the term which is independent of x, which has x power 0. So let's see. One by one, which term will be independent of x? So for this one, if you multiply by anything, it will not be good. So it will not work out. So not this one. How about this one? This one, if you multiply by this one, so minus 20 x squared times 1 over x squared. So that's the only option. How about this one? This will be for this one. So plus 5x power 4 times 9 over x 4. That will be the only two options where we have x power 0. So goes away, goes away. So that will be minus 20 plus 45. That will be 25. So this will be your answer for part 2. And that is question number 3. Okay. Question number 4, given that y equal to this, find the value of dy by dx when x equal to 2, giving your answer in this form. So let's find dy by dx. So for this one, we have to use the quotient rule. So the bottom one becomes here. We write this one as this. Multiply by dy by dx of this one, it will be. So let's just write it down first. d by dx of this one, ln 3x squared plus 2 minus the top one now. That will be the numerator. And then multiply by d by dx of the bottom one. That will be x squared plus 1. Now with everything, divide by this one square. x2 plus 1 square. So let's simplify. Here we have x squared plus 1 times d by dx of this will be 1 over 3 x squared plus 2 multiplied by 6x minus ln 3x squared plus 2. This one will be 2x, everything divided by x squared plus 1, 2. So we can just stop here actually, because we don't need to find the exact simplification of this. We just need to find the value of dy by dx when x equals to 2. So let's replace 2 in x and see what we get. So let's do that. So now for x equal to 2, let's find the value. This one will be x squared is 4 plus 1 times 12 divided by, so 3 times 4 plus 2 minus ln, that will be 3 times 4 plus 2 times 2 times 2 brackets divided by 4 plus 1 is 5 square. So let's simplify again. So here we have what? 5 times 12 will be 60 divided by, this is 12 plus 2 will be 14 minus, this will be 4 ln 12 14 divided by 25. So let's simplify this inside first. So let's put a base of 14 with them. So we have a base of 14. Here we have 60 minus, so 4 times 14, that will be 56 ln 14. So everything divided by 25. So it will be 60 minus 56 ln 14 divided by 14 times 25. So 14 times 25, that will be 350. So simplify 60 minus 56 ln of 14 over 350. So now let's break it down. That will be 60 over 350 minus 56 over 350 ln 14. Let's simplify those fractions. For the first one, it will be 60 over 350. That will give me 6 over 35. 6 over 35 minus 56 over 350, 4 over 25 ln 14. So as you can see, your answer is in this form, where a and b are fractions in the simplest form. So this will be your answer for part 4, question number 4. So now moving on to question number 5. When log y is plotted against x, so log y against x, a straight line is obtained which passes through this point and this point. So usually what is the equation of a straight line? We know that if y is against x, we have y equal to mx plus c. So now in this case, we have log y against x. So we have log y equal to mx plus c. So this will be the equation of our line. So let's first find the value of m, which is the gradient. Since we have 2 points, we can find this pretty easily. So this is 1.1 and 0.2. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So m will be the gradient, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So let's do that. 0.2 minus 0.3 divided by 1.1 minus 0.6. That'll be minus 0.2. That's the gradient of this line. So now let's replace and see what we have. We have log y equal to minus 0.2x plus c. So from this we can find the c. We can use one point. Let's use this point, 0.6 and 0.3. This will be x and this will be log y. So replace, we have 0.3 equal to minus 0.2 times x plus c. So c will be what? C will be 0.3 plus 0.2 times 0.6. That will be 0.42. So let's test that again. So So let's try. So 0.2 times 0.6 and 0.3 plus answer, that will be 42, correct. So now my equation is LGY equal to minus 0.2x plus 0.42. So now the question is to find log y in terms of x. So as you can see, log y is equal to this. So this will be your answer for part 1. So now part 2, find y in terms of x, giving your answer in this form. So we have log y equal to minus 0.2x plus 0.42. So how can you make y in terms of x? So you can send log to the other side. We have log this, sorry, 10. So log is actually, when you say log y, it is log to the base of 10y. So you can send 10 to the other side, it will be this plus 0.42. So if you simplify, this is just indices. You can have 10 minus 0.2x times 10, 0.42. So now you can re-express this in this form. This will be 10, 0.42 times 10 minus 0.2x. So as you can see, your equation is in the form of y equal to a, this is the constant, times 10 power, this is b, x. So this is your answer for part 2. Okay, and this is question number 5. Let's move on to question number 6. So we have function f and g are given by these two functions. Now we have x is more than 0 for each of them. So now question part 1, write down the range of f. The range is usually the y values. So does it go up or down? You have to look. So f of x is equal to ln x. As x is bigger than 0, what's going to happen to f of x? So f of x would also increase to infinity. So now the graph of ln x, if you don't know, it looks like this. It keeps going, but it never touches 0. So basically what happens is, as x increases, this is x, as x increase, the value of y increase. So the value of y, it can go down and go up. So you would say f of x is in the set of real numbers. What it means, it can be anything, because as you can see, y is only up and down. So basically if you decrease the value of x close to 0, it goes down, and if you increase more than 0, it goes up. So it's going up and down both ways. So it is in the set of real numbers, it is everywhere. So now moving on to part 2, write down the range of g. G of x is given by 2x squared plus 3 for x bigger than 0. So let's kind of draw something to have a look. So let's say it is not 0 because it is more than 0. So let's say the value of, let's say for example, the value of x is 0. It will be 0 plus 3, it will be 3. Okay, for example, right? And then as the value of, this is 3, as the value of x increases, the value of g of x will be increasing as well. So I hope that makes sense. So as x increase, the value of g will also be going up. So in this case, the minimum value will be more than 3. So g of x will be more than 3. So from 3 going up. It is not equal because we don't have equal here. That's why it's not equal. If not, the minimum value will be more than 3 going up. That's the range of g of x. Now for part 3, find the exact value of this. So to find this, we can first do this. Let's first find the value of this. So g of x is given by this one. So replace x by 4. We have 4 squared plus 3. That'll be 2 times 16 plus 3. That will be 35. That is g of 4. Now let's find f inverse. So always we do is let y equal to f of x, which is ln of x. So x will be e of y. So now the function f of x is in terms of x, so we change y to x is equal to e of x. So now if you replace this inside here, g of 4 is 35, so replace 35 in here, that will be e of 35. So this will be your exact value of this function. Okay, so now put this, find this and state its domain. So same method. The first thing we do is always say let y equal to g of x, which is 2x squared plus 3. So when you have this, you have to make x the subject of formula. So we send 3 over here, we have 3y minus 3 equal to 2x squared. So x squared becomes y minus 3 divided by 2. So x becomes square root of y minus 3. So now, of course, g of x is, g inverse is in terms of x, so we have to change y to x. So that is my inverse of g. State its domain. So we have to use a trick. Whenever you have to find this inverse and to find its domain, we have to know that domain of inverse of g is equal to range of g. So since we have already found the range of g here, we can just write down domain is the x value, so it will be more than 3. That's your domain of g of inverse of x. That will be question number 6. Okay. Let's move on to question number 7. So here we have a polynomial which is ax cubed plus 8x squared plus bx plus 5, where a and b are integers. It is given that this is a factor of this, and a remainder of minus 25 is obtained when p of x is divided by x plus 2. So what does these two information mean? So for the first one, it is given that this is a factor. So when something is a factor, it means that it is divisible exactly by this. So we do 2x minus 1 is a factor, we equal to 0. So let's find the value of x will be half. So it means that p of half is equal to 0. Okay, so that's the first thing we need to know. So let's do that. P of half is equal to what? Will be a times 1 over 8 plus 8, 1 over 4 plus b, 1 over 2 plus 5 equal to 0. So let's simplify. Here we have 2, here we have a over 8 plus b over 2 plus 2 and plus 5. So simplify again. So a over 8 plus b over 2 plus 7 equal to 0. So we have 8 here. We can multiply everyone by 8. So we have a plus 4b plus 56 equal to 0. That's our first equation. Now for this one, it says it has a remainder of minus 25 when p of x is divided by this. So this, let's equate that to 0. So x equal to minus 2. So it means that p of x minus 2 equal to minus 25 for the remainder. So let's use that. So if p of minus 2 will be a, that will be minus 8 plus 8, 4 plus b of minus 2 plus 5 equal to minus 25. So let's simplify. Here we'll have minus 8a plus 32 minus 2b plus 5 equal to minus 25. So let's simplify again. So this will be 32 plus 5 will be 37. So minus 8a minus 2b equal to minus 25 minus 37. So let's simplify again and we'll see what do we have. So minus 25 minus 37, that will be minus 62. So since everyone is even number, we can divide by minus 2. Minus here, minus, minus. That will be 4a plus b equal to 31. So let's make b the subject of formula. So from here we have b equal to 31 minus 4a. So let's use that and this to find the value of a and b. So let's write here. So here what's going to happen is we replace b in this equation. We have a plus 4 times b, which is 31 minus 4a plus 5, 6 equal to 0. That will be a plus, so what is 4 times 31? 124 minus 16a plus 56 equal to 0. So a minus 16 will be minus 15a equal to 124 plus 56, 180 over here. So a will be divided by 15, that will be 12. And what is the value of b? b will be 31 minus 4a minus 17. So as you can see, the value of a is 12 and value of b is minus 17. That will be part 1. Now for part 2, using your values of a and b, find the exact solution of this equation. So right now, what is p of x? P of x is equal to 12x cubed plus 8x squared minus 17x plus 5. So now equate this to 5. So simplify, we will have x3 cubed 8x squared minus 17x equal to 0. So this one will be cancelled out. So now we have to solve this. First thing we can do is to factorize x. Outside we will have 12 x squared plus 8x minus 17 equal to 0. So the first solution is x equal to 0, and the other one will be we have to solve this equation. So let's check to see if they have any exact factorization. So b squared minus 4ac, so will be 880, square root of that. It is not exact, so we have to use the formula. Formula is a is equal to 12, this is a, b, and this is c. So x equal to minus b, which is minus 8, plus minus b squared minus 4 times a times c, divided by 2a will be 24. So this is equal to what? So minus 8 plus minus square root of 880 divided by 24. So we can now simplify 880 divided by 4. So divide by 16. Yeah. So we can divide by 16. So let's write this here. So 880 is equal to 16 times 55, which is 455, right? If you put this here, it becomes minus 8 plus minus 4 of 55 divided by 24. You can simplify this. If you divide by 4 up and down, you will have minus 2 plus minus 55 over 6. So this will be your other value of x. So we have x equal to 0, x equal to this. And this is question number 7. Moving on to question number 8. So here we have a river which is 120 wide and flowing at v meters per second. That is the speed of the river. Now we have a point A is here and a point B is here on the side of the bank, river banks. Now a man needs to cross the river from point A to point B. So the man needs to go from A to B. So let's join those 2 points to show the direction that he needs to go. So that is direction from A to B. So now from this it says, so he travels in a boat which can travel 5 meters per second in still water. So his speed of the boat relative to the water is equal to 5 meters per second. So basically the man needs to travel in this direction with his boat, and the speed of the boat in water is 5 meters per second. So question part 1, show that the man must point his boat upstream at an angle of 65 to the bank. So it means that we need to prove that the angle with the bank here is equal to 65. So how do you prove this? So let's see what can we have. So here we have 50 meters, and here we know the height is 120. So if you observe here, we have a this A, this, and B. This is a right angle triangle with height of 120 and adjacent side of 50. So let's first find this angle here. Let's call this angle of theta. So let's first find this angle. So how do you find that? We use SOHCAHTOA. It will be tan of theta equal to opposite side, which is 120 divided by 50. From this, theta will be, let's find out. So tan inverse of 120 divided by 50, that will be 67.4. 67.38. That will be theta. So now we know this is basically this length here is the speed of the river, which is 4 m per second, and this here, we have this here as the speed of the boat relative to the water is 5. So if you have this and this angle, you can have, if you have this side, you can find this angle here. We can find this by using the sine rule. So let's do that. So let's call this angle alpha. So angle alpha will be, we would say 4, that's okay, 4 sine alpha equal to 5 over sine of theta, which is 67.38. So let's find the value of, so we have sine alpha equal to 4 sine 67.38 divided by 5. Alpha will be sine inverse of the answer. So 4 sine of 67.38 divided by 5, and inverse of that will be 47.6. So the value of alpha will be 47.6. So what is this angle? This angle, let's call this beta. So this will be the same as this. So this is basically the third angle of the triangle. So beta will be 180 minus, so we have theta as 67.38 and minus 47.6 plus. So let's find out the answer. Plus 47.6 and 180 minus that will be approximately, so we have 65.02, which is 65 degrees. Shown that this angle here is approximately 65. Okay, so that is part 1. So now moving on to part 2. It says that find the time it takes the man to cross the river from A to B. So to find the time, so we know the formula is speed equal to distance divided by time. So time will be distance divided by speed. So what is the distance AB? A to B. So let's find out. So what is this distance A to B? So we know this is 120, this is 120, this is 50. So we can find AB by using the Pythagoras theorem. So let's draw this triangle here again. We have this point, and this is the point B. This is the point A, and this is right angle, and this distance is 120, and this is 50. So to find AB, we can use the Pythagoras theorem. So AB square equal to 120 square plus 50 square. So AB square is equal to what? it will be 16,900. So AB will be square root of that. That will be 130. So the distance AB is 130 km. So now we found D already. We need to find S. S is the speed of A to B, the true speed of the boat. So how do you find this? So let's have a look again in this diagram. So to find this speed, we have this speed as 5 and we have this speed as 4. So we can use, and we know this angle, we know this angle as well. So we can use sine rule again. Let me draw this again on this side. So basically what we have right now is we have this triangle A. The speed here is 4 meters per second and the speed here is 5 meters per second. We need to find this speed, which is the speed of the boat, the true speed of the boat in the water. So we know this angle here is equal to beta, which is 65, and this angle here is theta, which is 0.4 that we found before. So we can use the sine rule to find this side. So we say VB over sine of 65 equal to 5 over sine of 67.4. So we can solve this by just by doing cross multiplication. This will be fine. So 5 sine of 65 divided by sine of 67.4. So let's solve that. 5 sine of 0.4. That will be 4.908. So now to find the time taken, so time taken will be distance, which is 130, divided by speed 4.908. So 130 divided by answer, that will be 26.48. 26.48 hours. That will be about 26.5, which is 26 hours and 30 minutes. So this will be your answer for question number 8. Let's move on to question number 9, part A. So here we have a distance time graph. That's what it shows here. So here, displacement time graph for particle P, which moves in a straight line such that this is the information is x. Okay, great. On the axis below, draw the velocity time graph. So now, how can we find velocity from this one to draw the graph here? So something we have to know is that the definition of velocity. Velocity is equal to displacement over time. So it means that velocity is equal to the gradient of the graph. As you can see, this graph has two parts. One is this, and then we have one here. So basically we have to find the gradient for this one and this one separately. So for this first part, what is the gradient of this part? From 0 to 10, we have a base of 10 and a height of 50. So the gradient for this part is 50 divided by 10 will be 5. So that's the value of V from 0 to 10. So now for this one, 10 to 30, what's the base? The base is 20. And what is the height? The height is 10. So again, one more time, the velocity will be the height divided by base, which is 0.5. That's the value of V from 0 to 30. So let's do that one by one. So for this one, 0 to 10, for this part is only 5. So 5 will be from 0 to 10, it will be here. So it will be a straight line. And the reason why it's a straight line is because it is a constant velocity. As you can see, the gradient is constant in this section. That's why it is a straight line. So here we go. So this is the first part. And then for the second part here, it says from 10 to 30, the value is 0.5. So from 10 to 30, the value is 0.5. It will be between 0 and 1. So it should be about here. Okay. Okay, so that's it. That's your graph for question part A. Part B. A particle Q moves in a straight line such that V is given by this equation. Now find V when t equal to 0. So let's do that. V will be 3, 0 plus 3, 2 times 0. That will be 3 times 1. That will be 3 meters per second. So now moving on to part 2. Find the value of t when the acceleration is 0. So how do you find acceleration? You have to do dv by dt. So let's do that. So v is given by 3e minus 5t plus 3, 2t. So dv by dt will be minus 15e minus 5t plus 3 over 2. That is equal to 0. Let's solve for value of t. So e 5t, so minus 15 will be equal to minus 3 over 2. So e 5t will be minus 3 over 2 divided by minus 15. That will be 1, that will be 5, that will be 1 over 10. So let's take ln on both sides. You will have minus 5t equal to ln of 0.1. So now t will be minus 1 over 5 times ln of 0.1. ln of 0.1 times 1, so minus 1 over 5. That will be 0.461. So now part 3. Find the distance of Q from O when t equal to 0.5. So we have to find distance. Distance is x. So how do you find distance from? So we have v is equal to this. So distance will be integration of v by dt. So let's do that. V will be 3 minus 5t plus 3 over 2 t dt. That will be 3e minus 5t divided by minus 5 plus 3 over 2t squared divided by 2 and plus c. That will be x. So we know that at time 0, when t equal to 0, x equal to 0. So let's replace. We'll see this is 0, this will be 3, 5 plus 0 plus c. So c will be 3 over 5. So here we have x equal to minus 3, 5 e minus 5t plus 3 over 4 t squared plus the value of c. So now we have to find the value of x when t equal to 0.5. So let's do that. At t equal to 0.5 will be minus 3 over 5 e minus, so minus 5 times 0.5 will be minus 2.5. 3 over 4 times 0.5 square plus 3 over 5. So let's simplify. E power the answer times minus 3 over 5. And then we have 2 plus 3 over 4 times 0.5 square. And then plus 3 over 5. That will give me 0.738 meters. This will be my answer for part 3. And this is question number 9. Okay, let's move on to question number 10. So here we have an isosceles triangle ABC. So these two are the same. Where AB equal to AC equal to 5. The arc BEC is part of the circle center A. So this is the arc BEC. As you can see, has length 6, 2. The point D is a midpoint of the line BC. Okay, so the arc BFC, so BFC is a semicircle center D. Okay, makes sense. So part 1, show that the angle BAC, so BAC, this angle here, is equal to 1.24. So pretty easy. We have to use this one. Given that the arc BC equal to 6.2. So how do you find arc length? You have to do r times theta. R is 5 times theta, which is the angle, equal to 6.2. Theta will be 6.2 divided by 5. That will be 1.24. So 1.24 radians. This is shown as required. Now for part 2, find the perimeter of the region. So you have to find, so this is given to you, you have to find this one. So what is the length, what is the radius of the semicircle? So let's find the radius. Let's find the radius, which is BD. So if this is equal to 1.24 radian, you can find the length of BC. BD is half of BC because it is the midpoint of the line BC. So let's first find the length of BC. So by using the cosine rule. So we say cosine of 1.24 radians is equal to 5 square plus 5 square minus BC square divided by 2 times 5 times 5. So from this, let's find out. So cos radians, so cos of 1.24 times 2 times 5 times 5, and then 5 square plus 5 square minus answer, that will be BC. BC square is 3.76, so BC will be square root of that, 5.81. So if BC is this, what is BD? BD will be half of BC divided by 2, that will be 2.91. That is the length of the radius of the semicircle. So how do you find the length of BFC? So BFC is equal to, so the full circle is 2 pi r, half will be divided by 2, just pi r. Radius is 2.91. So 2.91 times pi, that will be 9.14. So now for the perimeter, you have to add this one and this one. This one we just found out it was 9.14. So it will be 6.2 plus 9.14. That will be 15.3. That will be the perimeter of this shape, 15.3 centimeters. So now for part 3, find the area of the region. So how would you find the area of that region? So you first have to find the area of this semicircle and then minus the area of this segment. So let's do that. First, area of semicircle, which is equal to pi r square divided by 2. So r square, radius will be 2.91 square divided by 2. So 2.91 square times pi divided by 2, that will be 13.3 for the area of the semicircle. So now how do you find area of this segment? So area of segment is equal to area of sector minus area of triangle. So sector is half r square is 5 square times the angle, which is 1.24, minus area of triangle, which is half sine of the angle times this side and this side, 5. So let's find out. Half r square times 1.24 minus half sine of the angle times 25. That will be 3.80. So your area will be area of semicircle minus area of segment. That will be 13.3 minus 3.8. That will be 9.5. So 9.5 units, we have centimeter square. Let's move on to question number 11. So we have solved this equation. So what is cot? So cot theta is equal to 1 over tan theta. It is good to know on the side. So we have to solve this. So cot 5 plus 35 is equal to 5 over 2. So from this, let's make tan of the same angle plus 35 equal to 2 over 5. So theta plus, so 5 plus 35 equal to tan inverse of 2 over 5. So let's find out tan inverse 2 over 5, that will be 21.8. So now we see that the value of tan is positive. It means that tan will be in this one and in this one. So this and this angle here. So this is 21.8, and this big one will be 180 plus 21.8. So let's write this down. First one is 21.8, and what is 180 plus 21.8? That will be 201.8. So now let's see if we have any other solutions. So let's try to add 360 to this one. That will be 21.8 plus 360. That will be 38.1.8. Because this is 5 plus 35. Now let's simplify. So 5 will be 21.8 minus 35. That will be minus 13.2. Now 201.8 minus 35. That will be 166.8. And then this one, 381.8 minus 35. That will be 346.8. So we are given that this angle phi is between 0 and 360. So this one is outside and this one is inside. So in this case, our answer will be 166.8 and 346.8. This will be part A of your solution. Now let's move on to part B. So show that cosec, now sec of theta over cot of theta plus tan theta equal to sine theta. So let's start with the left hand side and we can start simplifying this. So what is sec? We know sec theta is equal to 1 over cos theta. What is cot? It is cos theta over sine theta. And what is tan? Tan theta is sine theta over cos theta. So let's replace all this in this and see what we have. So on top we have 1 over cos theta divided by cot is cos theta divided by sine theta plus tan divided by cos theta. So let's simplify this. Here we can find the LCM. So we have to multiply these two. So sine theta and cos theta. And then we cross multiply. We have cos square theta plus sine square theta. That's for the bottom. And the top is the same. 1 over cos theta. So now we observe we have cos square theta plus sine square theta. This is equal to 1. So let's solve 1 over cos theta over 1 over sine theta cos theta. So let's simplify. So we have this. So we have to bring this up. It becomes times this over 1. So I hope you know this. If you do A divided by B divided by C by D, it is the same as A over B times DC. I hope you know this. So this is how I get this. This one will cancel out. So it will be sine theta. So this is shown as required for this one. Okay, so moving on to part 2. Here it says hence. So whenever you see hence, it means that we have to use our answer in the first part. So the only difference in the first part is here we have theta and here we have 3 theta. So it means that this is equal to sine of 3 theta equal to minus this 2. So for negative value of sine, as you know, it will be in this and this quadrant. So this and this. This is usually we do 2 pi minus this, and in this one it will be pi plus this. So 3 will be, let's find the value, it will be, so when you do sine inverse of that, you will have minus 60. Minus 60 is just the direction, it will be this angle here will be 60. So for this value, usually we take 2 pi minus this, so 2 pi minus 60 degrees is equal to pi by 3. So 2 pi minus this will be what? So let's find out. So 2 pi minus 1 over 3, that will be 5 pi over 3. So first one is 5 pi over 3. And then how about this one? It will be pi plus theta. Theta will be 60. So pi is 1 plus theta is 1 over 3. That will be 4 pi over 3. So now, as you can see, the range, the limits, is also on the negative side. So what we can do is we can minus 360 degrees, which is 2 pi, on both sides. So this one minus 2 pi, so 5 over 3 minus 2, minus pi over 3 as well. And how about this one? Let's do that. So 4 over 3 minus 2, we will have minus 2 pi over 3. And then we have 5 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. So let's simplify and see what we have. So this is for 3 theta. So theta will be divided by 3. So that will be by 9. That will be minus 2 pi by 9. 5 pi by 9 and 4 pi by 9. So the limits is between these two. So let's find out which one is in the range. So what is minus? So pi divided by 2, 1.57. So the range domain is minus 1.57 to 1.57. So let's see which one of these values is inside my domain. So first one is pi divided by 9. It is minus 0.35. So it is inside. That is good. How about this one? 2 pi divided by 9. So minus 0.69. So good. How about this one? 5 pi divided by 9. 1.7. It is outside. And the last one, 4 times pi divided by 9, 1.39. So 1.39 is inside. So as you can see here, we only have 3 values, which is this, and this, and this one. So this will be your answer for part 2. So that was the last question of this paper. If you guys have any other questions, any requests, please leave a comment down below, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching.